Hello from JFK Airport. I'm here at Terminal 5. We're gonna go inside. I'm gonna show you around and tell you what's what. Right off the bat, getting to Terminal 5 was so much easier than getting through Terminal 4. At the moment, Terminal 4 is being renovated. All of JFK is being renovated right now. And so that means that there's a lot of hiccups, certain closures, getting to certain places are really tough, difficult. Maybe getting to departures is hard, maybe getting to arrivals is hard. I know right now with arrivals, they've moved the Uber location, so you gotta take a quick bus shuttle over to a place where Ubers are waiting for you. It's actually very easy, but for right now, things seem pretty smooth considering the fact that all of JFK is going under a huge renovation. So Terminal 5 is also affectionately known as the JetBlue Terminal. It is where all of the flights for JetBlue take off. But in addition to that, you have some minor, smaller airlines like Sun Country, Cape Air. But let's see what's going on inside. All right, so what you can see behind me are a ton of maze lines, which tells me these lines probably get really big at certain points in the day. So you definitely want to check the website. So here you can see the lines, but the lines right now don't look too bad. It looks very manageable. It looks completely reasonable, but something tells me that there's a reason why these maze lines are so gargantuan and huge, probably because they swell at certain points. So just be aware of that when you're coming here to TW5. Okay, so what we have here are self-check kiosks where you can do the check-in in yourself. And if you need assistance, you can go down the line. There's a kiosk at the very end, which I'll show you, where you can talk to a human if you have problems. But for right now, it looks like the check-in is really probably your best option for check-in. And again, the crowds don't seem that bad. It doesn't seem that super crazy. So let's go check it out. So the self-check-in area is really contained here in Terminal 5. It's all actually very organized and the employees are so helpful. This is where you would do the human assistance if you need it, but they have folks actually all around here asking if you need any help, and then they have the bag drops, which are right here, and then you have the self-check-in kiosks, and like I said, it's all very well organized here. You have JetBlue employees coming up asking, sir, do you need any assistance? Do you need any help? I mean, this actually feels like a dream. But one thing that one of the employees was telling me is that there's actually not a Mint Lounge in Terminal 5, not yet. It's supposed to open sometime in late November, early December, so just keep that in mind. There's no Mint Lounge. If you want a lounge access, you'd have to go over to Terminal 4, which hop on the air train, go to Terminal 4, use the American Express Lounge, or another lounge that you might have access to. Alternatively, you could also go and use the TWA Hotel Lounge if you wanted just to hang out and chill out there. But you still have to go through security in order to get to the other side to your boarding gate. So just also bear that in mind. And one of the employees was telling me that sometimes the lines can swell to be pretty big. So just give yourself that time if you're kind of going from here to a lounge, either in Terminal 4 or the TWA. But overall, this seems really easy to use, really easy, really organized, really clean, really efficient. I'm here for it. So if you also need wheelchair assistance, you're gonna wanna go towards the end where this kiosk assistance is, and they have special services here. You'd go into that room right over there, and then you'd request wheelchair service where folks can bring out the wheelchair and help whoever needs assistance. And this is where the wheelchairs are located. Special services, see that sign in the window. Somebody will go and assist you and help you with those wheelchairs. All right, so this is the JetBlue Mint, or the premium Mosaic premium check-in area. So if you have a first class with JetBlue, that's where you're gonna check in, and it's away from the self-check-in kiosks. It's right in front of the line. I don't know if they give these folks priority, but this is where you would find it. This is the kind of little special space for JetBlue Mint and Mosaic. So yeah, you would just check it out. But I have to say right now that Terminal 5 doesn't feel chaotic. I mean, the lines are starting to pick up, but things seem pretty good so far. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so this really is most definitely the JetBlue terminal because on both ends of this terminal are where you'll find JetBlue kiosks, check-in services, and check-in. The very first one, the one towards Terminal 4 actually seems to be less crowded, but the one towards Terminal 7, which is the one behind me, that one seems to have way more spacious options, way more kiosks, and probably more employees. They also have special services over here. So that's where you're gonna wanna check in maybe special bags like a golf bag, or obviously if you have certain questions or certain situations. They also have a kiosk where you can speak to a human, but that line looks like it's getting a little long. It's 3 people deep. And then over there you have the bag drop. And then just in the distance over there, you have the area where you would catch the air train. This is also another Mosaic and JetBlue Mint check-in station as well. Has like a nice wooded frame panel. It's exactly where you would check in. It looks like they have 2 different locations. I mean, this terminal is so big for just one airline. It's actually JetBlue, kind of well played, JetBlue. You did a good job. This is impressive. I might even double check or rethink whether to fly them again. Just get that Mint Lounge and you might have a passenger. They also have a little stand where you can buy, you know, snacks and refreshments and gum and candy. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward in terms of the carousels. They're all numbered. I think there's 6 total. And you just pick up your luggage here. But you also have a small little boutique for a newsstand with food, newspapers, that kind of thing. So for ride app pickups, you're going to definitely need to take the shuttle that will get you there, but there's also instructions if you need help. If you're flying JetBlue, it's really the way to go. The only downside, of course, is that there's no Mint Lounge yet. They're opening it in the process, but this seems like a well-managed, well-organized, highly efficient terminal, and that is Terminal 5, the JetBlue terminal, or if you're flying Sun Country or Cape Air, where they have their own little lines towards the end, towards Terminal 4, which I showed you. That's basically this terminal.